Hi there, my lovely Geminis. It's Phoenix Tarot TV. Please enjoy the channel. It's a new venture for me. Please like, subscribe, share, and hopefully this reading will resonate with you. But obviously, it's not going to symbolise with everybody at one time, so feel free to check back in later in the month. This is a general love reading for Gemini for the month of November, following the full moon, the blue moon. So I'm going to use the Moonology decks. Apologies that I've had to just change the camera angle. My stand just broke due to some people doing some fireworks outside my house. So apologies if there's some issues with noise in the background. So what we're going to do, so we've got yourselves Gemini. So really important, the sun's in your house for the first part of the week. So you might feel quite emotional. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed to the start of the week, but that will clear towards the end of the week, so just bear that in mind. But let's have a look and see what guidance we've got from the moons in terms of your love life for the month of November. Archangel Michael, spirits, please give me guidance for Gemini in regards to their specific person, their love life for the month of November. Okay, so the first one we've got, a win-win outcome is forecast. Great stuff, great news. So win-win forecast. So this could be in terms of your relationship with your with someone now. If you're with someone now currently, it might be that a situation that has occurred that's challenged your relationship between you two. You know, I know it's been difficult times in terms of lockdown. You know, being in each other's pockets can be quite different. It might even be a windfall, you know, if you play the lottery. It might be that you both have a ticket. If you have that mindset where you have a ticket each and a family ticket, it might be that you both win a couple of quid on the lottery. So I wish you good luck on that if that's the case. But in terms of whatever situation's on your mind at the moment, Gemini, the moon's indicating that there'll be some kind of balance. Again, it's in Libra, so it's a balancing, a win-win. So both you and your significant other will benefit from whatever the outcome's going to be. And then we've got expect a powerful change. So whether this is something that you were discussing with your partner, or if one of you's had a change in circumstances, either had to move with job, or you're discussing about moving in together or relocating. Lots of changes are going on at the moment, so whatever it is going to benefit the both of you. So if you are looking to take your relationship to the next level and move in with each other, that's going to benefit you financially. You might find that you both get a bit more emotional harmony, and you know, that support. You know, in lockdown, isolation is difficult. You know, we're going to be there for a month, if not a bit longer, and then Christmas is just around the corner. So this might be both an emotional and financial benefit to you both. So hey, win-win situation. Let's go for it. So on the left-hand side, I'm just going to put, these are coming out lots this week. I'm just going to put your energy on this side, and then I'll have a look and discuss that with you. Then I'll look at your partner's energy on the counter side, and then with the Witch's Tarot, I'll have a look and see what's the obstacle and challenges between you both, and how we can bridge the gap basically between you. So hopefully you like this format. I'm going to be exploring different formats to see what you guys prefer, but this is just a general overview of the feelings for this month, and how it might resonate with you going forward. So we've got 3 out. Just want one more, please. Holy Spirits, Archangel Michael, thank you very much. Okay, so first card out. If you can see that there, 6 of Cups. And so this is possibly reconciliation. So this says to me a past lover, past soulmate. It might be just somebody you are in a relationship with, but it kind of, for whatever reason, just it went a bit stagnant. And this has come out every reading so far. So there's definitely a lot of this after a result of Mercury retrograde, a lot of reconciliation, a lot of people exploring what they really want in relationships. But this is a really nice, passionate, it could be a Scorpio, could be another water sign that you might be dealing with, but definitely a nice clear reunion and connection. It might just be the actual emotional connection to whatever this win-win situation might be. So if you've had a conversation about moving, that's kind of what's coming through to me, or moving in together and it wasn't received in the best light to start with, that might well change. That, you know, after reflection with your other person, that might be a case. Then we've got the Five of Wands, and Five of Wands signifies that change. So we've got here, expect a powerful change. So that might be where this situation has arisen from. Maybe there was some disconnect, some misunderstandings, or some battles that you had to overcome. Maybe there were some financial strains or logistics of a situation is what's crying out to me, that had to be overcome and resolved first before we could enjoy the emotional side of it, you know, the practicality of it. You know, is it possible? What do we need to do? How's it going to work? Maybe family members or friends weren't fully supportive of what you were thinking about doing on either side of the relationship, but I sense this is more yourself, Gemini. Maybe there was some historic battles that you needed to do first so that you could be free to move in with your new partner. If there's an ex involved, you know, these kind of things is what's coming to mind. So then we've got the Four of Cups in reverse, and as I mentioned in previous readings, all my decks were in the upright position, but if they come out reversed, then obviously I'm obligated to share that. So normally when it's in the upright, this is, you can see here, the guy's looking at past opportunities, past relationships, and ignoring the offer in front of him or by the side of him, which could be a much better exciting offer. But in the reverse, this symbolises that actually we're going to be drawn towards the new offer. So whether you guys have been considering reconnecting with an ex, or and maybe you're at a distance from each other, or there were some logistical problems, some practicalities that didn't work with the relationship, but the actual emotional connection was good, then it might be that you're now, maybe you had an offer in the past from your other person and you didn't accept it for whatever reason, and you might have had valid reasons at the time. But this is then saying that maybe you're now reflecting on it and thinking, well, maybe that is a sensible choice. Maybe that is the course of action I want to take. And as a result of that deliberation, you then got another water sign here. So there's lots of emotion in this side, a bit of practicality that needed to be overcome, but then there's going to be an offer. And it's a youthful offer. You can see here the Page of Cups is almost like the first run, a tentative offer of, you know, I really do love you. What do you think? How can we move forward? So I kind of get the impression, Gemini, and you've even got the little fish in the cup there, that this is you overcoming some stuff inside your head about an existing or a past partner that you need to almost iron out the practical side of it, so then you can express yourself emotionally, so then this win-win situation can come to fruition. So let's explore your partner's energy and how they're going to react, how they're going to feel, and then we'll use the Witch's Tarot to have a look at the obstacles and challenges in between. Okay, so that's interesting. That's come out reversed as well. I'll show you that in just a second. So let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so lots of thought. Someone's definitely deliberating inside their head, a bit of confusion perhaps. Okay, so maybe you guys have had a conversation about the next step and you perhaps didn't have the same mentality towards it. But what I can see here is there's going to be a change. And funny enough, on the card it said expect a powerful change. So this person, your significant other, could be a fire sign, could be an air sign, could be an earth sign for you. But to me it says that they were a bit inside their head and perhaps not seeing what was really going on, restricting themselves, convincing themselves, maybe they've had some past pain in relationships and they're a bit scared of commitment or a bit scared to take the next step with you. Maybe you said about moving in and they kind of reacted negatively. But it seems like you can see this person's all tied up in knots, they can't see, but actually there's an escape out of this maze of swords. It's right in front of you, there's water that leads you out. and it came out in the reverse. So this means that I think they're actually starting to come out of that cycle, and as they come out of that cycle, maybe through whether they've disconnected with you, maybe they're going to make a decision now. Maybe they're ready to make a decision. You can see her arms are now free. She's got 2 swords, so she's going to be a bit more decisive. She just needs now to take that blindfold off and take the step forward to say, this is what I want. So it might be they have multiple options, or in the situation that you've got, it might be that you're moving into their house, or they're moving into your house, or relocating in job relocation to another area, out of state or out of county if you're in the UK. So I kind of get this feeling that it's all around taking the relationship to the next level. So I don't think necessarily that you've completely broken up, or that you're not necessarily talking to each other. Maybe you've taken some time out, is what I'm feeling, and you're wanting to reassess, what's going to be the best solution for us to take this relationship to the next level. And what's interesting is following that sort of liberation, your partner is actually wanting the same thing. They're wanting the happy after. They're wanting to reach for the stars. They're wanting the balance on earth and on water. So to me, this is somebody who, once you iron out the logistics, the practicalities, the who's going to do what, the who's going to pay for what, and where you're going to live, I get the impression that then together you'll give the passion that will lead, the love offer, the passionate offer from yourself, Gemini, that will lead to the happy outcome, the win-win situation that was mentioned. And I think once that's been established, that almost emotional balance to the practical side, then it's going to become very stable. And I see this as the win of practicality, finances, unity in terms of the success you could have as a couple. So whether one of you's at risk with all the COVID of perhaps not being financially secure, actually by working together and almost pooling your resources is going to lead to a much more stable win-win situation. I keep coming back to it because it mentioned it on the lunar cycle cards on the Moonology. So the win-win is that you become emotionally fulfilled, and there's a financial stability and unity between you and your partner. So hopefully that resonates with you, and that gives you the confidence to expect the change. It's coming in the month of November. If your partner's not been completely receptive and open to your way of thinking, I think they're about to. I think they're about to make a solid decision for a mutual goal. And I think you will be the emotional driver of that. They're thinking a bit more logically, which again leads me to think that they might well be an earth sign. Earth signs tend to be a bit slower, a bit, I don't mean slow as in terms of intelligence, they're very intelligent, but what I mean is in terms of they like to analyse and plan things properly before they take that next step. So that might be the situation, whereas you're a bit more passionate, centric, so you know what you want to go after it, but just hold fire, have that casual conversation, and then put the practicality behind it, and then you can celebrate. Then you can be happy, they can accept your offer, and you can flourish together, and it will have mutual benefits, not just in terms of the relationship itself, but actually the stability of it from a financial point of view. So let's get some clarification cards. So again, we've got the King, beautiful card again. We've got the King of Pentacles, so backing up the King of Pentacles. So again, this is win-win. This is money-centric, stability-centric. This is, by working together, you will both benefit. So whether you provide emotional stability to them and they provide financial stability to you, but as a partnership, this looks really promising. And by supporting each other, we all bring something to the table. Again, Nine of Pentacles normally symbolises that you're doing it on your own. So this might be that one of you works really hard, has that stability, but you can see they're quite open. That normally this can be quite considered as a little bit, I'm focusing on myself, I'm not thinking of anybody else, but I don't get that energy from this reading. I get this, that I've got my stuff together, I've got my finances together, and I'm welcoming you to my home. There's a doorway there, there's, you know, her dress is almost like a red carpet entrance, it says to me, but let's work together, come in, I'm secure, bring what you've got to the table, and let's see where we go. And this is going to, you know, this symbolises what we were talking about expecting a change, a win-win. So this is a leap of faith. So maybe between you, symbolising the Fool, that you between the both of you, you're going to establish a new set of loyalty. Dogs are considered quite loyal. A new direction of the relationship that takes you to a lot more of stability, harmony, and connection. Cohesiveness is the word that I'm getting. But definitely, I feel very strongly this is an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo for you. So this is really, really nice and balanced. It feels very balanced. So the last one that's come out is a page, again, a page of swords. So there might be some really difficult conversations, I want to say, or maybe there was some, I want to say, a little bit more immature reaction to the initial offer, perhaps, or a lack of clarity. Somebody, because of their past experiences, they kind of freaked out, I want to say. The kind of, you know, maybe it felt too soon for them, maybe it didn't make sense, or they felt like they were being taken for granted, or it suited you better, or whatever. But I just feel like it was an emotional, immature reaction based on their own fears, rather than what was really being offered and what the logical backup to the offer was. So that's what I'm getting from that. So it might be, you know, a tricky conversation to start with to get your point across, but I think once you open up the whole conversation to the bigger picture about the pros and cons, once this person's come outside their head and wants to make a decision, so they're open to discussing it with you, I think if you stay calm, Gemini, and explain it before you unleash the passion and excitement about the outcome, I think you'll get what you want, and it will be a win-win situation. There will be a positive change in this connection. So I'm just going to get some indications from the fairy cards. Okay. So this marries up nicely. So we've got inner child. So this could be what I was saying about somebody's reaction. So it might be that somebody had past issues, family issues, or a preconceived idea of when people should move in together, how long they should have been together first, or, you know, that it should be 50-50 on finances as well as everything else. That's not always the case in life. You know, we all go through challenges in life, and particularly with the climate at the moment, one of you might have lost your job, so the other one's more financially secure, but the other one's emotionally committed to the relationship, and it's working together for the greater good so that you get that end result. So I'll just read that to you. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Stay safe is quite clear with COVID at the moment, but it might be that maybe the situation became quite tense and quite grown up. I don't want to say that as in a patronising way, but I get it as, you know, we're trying to make a serious life-changing decision, and we've kind of forgot that passion, that playfulness, the soul connection that we've got, almost that reach for the star mentality between us. So what I want to say is it's not all serious conversation. Let's have the playful exciting conversation as well, about, you know, maybe that reinstalls the benefit of the relationship and living together, if that's what this situation is. Go outside. So it's time to go outside, time in the powerful peace of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. So this might be that, I mean, if you're both into going outside, obviously the weather depending, and we're going to be shut in because of lockdown and these kind of restrictions, you know, maybe going outside, having a little bit of an adventure together will provide the perfect setting for you guys to reconnect, so that that conversation's not so, although it's a serious topic, it doesn't have to be such a serious conversation. It doesn't have to be so harsh. Again, I'm looking back at this Page of Swords. It doesn't have to be so blunt. It can be, you know, passionate and using your emotional imagination as well as the logistics is what I'm feeling. And then we've got pure intention. So in terms of the pure intention, this links straight away. I'm feeling that it might be that this first discussion around this proposed change or evolution of the relationship, maybe it wasn't understood as a pure intention. Maybe it was seen as something else, again, based on the other person's blocking or fears or previous experience in relationships. Maybe they felt it wasn't a genuine next phase of the relationship because it was a, you know, it was a solution to a problem, as opposed to, I really want this. I'm just going to read it out to you. So, the fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desires with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So, the last bit of that, the highest good of all, I believe, Gemini, that your intentions are pure intentions. I believe you're trying to manifest this situation so that you guys can evolve together, so that you can become, you know, at the star level, but with the balanced security of the King of Pentacles, which is shown up twice. So if you are, you know, if this is a, I mean, there's water energy here, so it could be a Scorpio, it could be, you know, Pisces, Cancer, you know, we've got Virgo, we've got all the signs again, but I'm feeling personally that you're the passionate side, this person's the more practical side. There might be an earth energy, and they kind of need that logical stability of why this is a good win-win before you seal it with the passionate contributions that you bring to the table. So I wish you all the best with the conversation and the reconnection. I do believe it's going to have a positive outcome. I think it's going to change for the better, and I hope it resonates with you. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. If you want a different format, please let me know. And I look forward to going on this spiritual journey with you to success, happiness.